What's up, guys? Mitchell with Blaze Off-Road. Today, we are doing billet battery terminals on the driver's side of this 2026 Super Duty. Now, keep in mind, this is going to be the same process for all of the IlumiDuty trucks. So let's dive in and get that done. Okay, so when you get your terminals in, they're going to arrive something like this. You got your billet terminals here, fully pre-assembled, ready to drop on. And then you've got your heat shrink as well as your battery cable lugs. These are the replacement lugs for your Super Duty terminals. And you'll see exactly why we need that here in a second. First, it's the easiest part of all this. You're going to take your 10mm and loosen your battery terminals. Now, I already have the other side disconnected. You should do the same. Okay. Now that those are loose, go ahead and wiggle them off. Pull them away from the battery. So let's go ahead and start with the ground side. Now, I understand that this is going to be scary for some of you, but keep watching the video through. Watch it a few times if you must, and ultimately you will be able to do this. So you may feel more comfortable if you take off the battery tie down, but we don't need to do that here, so we're not going to. Okay, so ultimately underneath the heat shrink here on the ground side is the cable lug itself, where it's, or this terminal where it's crimped to the cable. So you want to get as close to that terminal as possible. And on this one, we can kind of see it right there through there. So we're going to butt up against it and go ahead and cut that. Like I said, yep. And you can see we actually nicked the edge of it. So we're all the way up against that crimp, which is perfect. Now, right at the back of this heat shrink here, you're going to strip this battery cable. So nice and slow, work your way around, make sure you get it all. And then just like that, you're gonna pull it right off of there. And you saw we only lost one strand, which is really, really good. If you only lose one strand of your battery cable, you're in super good shape. Don't worry, if you lose a handful, you'll be fine, but you just want to take it slow and be careful with that. So next, we're gonna take our heat shrink and set it aside. We're going to grab our compression cable lug. That's what these guys are called. So you're going to take this. Now the goal is to have the copper of the cable right inside of this cable nut here. Here, I'll take it apart for you. You want it to end up inside of this part here. Now, if you want to strip it further back and get it further on, you can. But the goal ultimately is to get it inside of this, so that as it twists into this tapered threads inside of here, it will be compressing onto the cable. That's the goal here. Okay, so what we're going to do here for the ease of mounting this is we're actually going to go ahead and align and drop on our ground cable. And this will give us a good place to hold the cable lug while we install it here. You go ahead and tighten this guy down. And you're welcome to give your terminal a few little taps. It is normal for it to sit high. Our terminals are a little bit taller than your factory ones, actually quite a bit taller in thickness than your factory ones. That's by design. There's 4 major types of tapered posts that are used across the vehicle platforms. And so ours are designed to work with all 4. By the nature of that, we did have to make them a little taller. So it's perfectly normal for it to sit slightly proud on the post. Okay, so there's that. Now, we don't have to tighten this top one all the way down, but we are going to go ahead and mount it just so that we can get this held in place while we tighten down the compression clamp nut. You don't want the terminal tightened down too much because you want to be able to rotate it towards this. So we're going to put, while this cable is held in place here, we're going to put slight rotational pressure on this terminal, pushing it that way, so the cable lug is being fed on as we tighten it here. You can do this without the terminal, you can do this by hand, but we find it a little bit easier to do it this way. Now I want to get a little more compression out of this, so I have unbolted it from the terminal. I'm going to grab it with the screwdriver here and then just twist that around. That's a nice, really, really tight compression there now. Give it a good pull. Once you give it a good snug pull and you're confident that it's not coming off, you can slide your heat shrink over all the way down. There we go. And I'll get the heat gun and shrink that down. To mount it on the side, you're just gonna snip the tape that is holding the cable to the tie down over here, and then you'll be able to simply connect it on the side of the post there. So really easy, but I am gonna mount it on top of the terminal for this one. Now that that cable is mounted, we're gonna go ahead and tighten the battery clamp bolt down. Making sure it's nice and tight on the battery there. As you see, doesn't want to move at all, so that side's done. Moving over to the power side, it's going to be essentially the same process. We're going to find the back of that crimp right here and then cut the cable there, which looks like it's about right here. Nope, that's too far forward. There it is. Yep, sure enough, we skirted right on the edge of that. So that's perfect. You can take your power cable, set it aside, ultimately trash it, obviously. First, we're going to open this terminal. Keep in mind, if you did not disconnect your battery on the other side, this cable is live because it is connected. So you do not want to arc it out on anything. You don't want any tools that are touching it to touch metal parts of the vehicle or anything like that. So I'm going to go ahead and loosen this. And once again, battery posts are all different, so you have no problem tapping this down on there nice gently. Yep, so moved it most of the way down. There's still plenty of surface area holding it on down there. We're going to leave it mostly loose right now so we can rotate it if needed. Awesome. Got that one stripped. We're going to grab our second cable lug here. So we're going to take the nut on this one, push it on first, make sure we got plenty of engagement there. We sure do. So let's take this guy and thread it on. Perfect. Looks like it's going to line up with that bolt on the side just about perfectly. So let's go ahead and now, similar to what we did on the top on this side, we're going to pull this bolt out here of the side of the terminal. And this is what we're going to use to hold the cable lug in place, pushed back snug against the cable. You don't need to tighten this down, just put it on so it holds the cable lug from rotating while we tighten this guy down back here. Do not feel bad about cutting a little bit of this electrical harnessing tape to give yourself some room to work. I'm gonna go get a knife and actually do that right now. Now we can take that cable lug off of there so that we can slide the heat shrink on. And you'll see, since we already cut some of that harnessing tape back, we're exactly where you need to be with that heat shrink. If you did not choose to cut the harnessing tape back, that's perfectly fine. You can cut this heat shrink with scissors so that it will still fit all the way onto the cable lug as we need. Simply take that power, put it back on the post with the washer and the nut. Now we can go ahead and tighten this terminal down. We'll tap it back on one more time. Just get it nice and snug on there. There we go. It's not rotating at all, not going anywhere. As you guys can see, installing the billet terminals on your SuperDuty is an extremely easy process. I know it can be intimidating to cut your battery cable, I promise if you have the tools that we had here, which is simply a source of heat for the heat shrink and a good pair of cable cutters, which you can get from Nipex, we might even link those in the product description. Now that I think about it, it'd be a good thing since you guys have an excellent fresh pair of cable cutters to both cut that cable and strip it. If you have that stuff, this is truly an easy process. These are an extremely easy install. If you have a new truck like this, the driver's side terminals are the only ones available at the moment. We are working on the passenger side, and depending on when you're watching this video, we will link them in the description of the video once they are available. So if you're a few months down the line and they've now come out, check below and you'll find the link for those. However, if you have the previous gen of the SuperDuty trucks, so technically I think they work from like 2011 all the way up, but they're guaranteed to work from 2017 to 2022, all of those trucks without the battery sensor, we have a complete set for. So that's going to be your driver and your passenger side. So head over to blazeoffroad.com. Depending on the year of your truck, grab the terminals that you need. All of them are linked below.